Hey guys, it's Heather here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is all about my journey to lose 70 pounds with a little bit of lifestyle peppered in between. Today's video, we are going back to the old monthly progress reports. I am going to start doing these again. I'm going to go over how I did in the month of March and then also set some goals for the next month, which is April. I always say how important it is to set goals, so I need to practice what I preach, right? I started last month, but I posted all of my goals out on Instagram. If you're not following me there, make sure you do. I will leave my handle somewhere. I don't know where it'll be on the screen, but somewhere at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you follow me over there. I also post my habit tracker as well as, my monthly goals and all of that. But anyway, so for the month of March, if you do follow me on Instagram, you probably already know what my goals were. But if not, I had 3 goals. The first goal was to get into the 150s again. The second goal was to meal prep every week. And the third goal was to create a habit tracker and start tracking my habits again. So I'm gonna start with my goal to get back in the 150s. If you have been following my journey every week, you know that I didn't get there. I got pretty close, but the beginning part of March, I was struggling a bit. I was starting to move in the wrong direction and gaining weight. I'd lose a pound and then gain 2 pounds the next week, and then lose a pound and then gain another 2 pounds the next week, and it was just going back and forth, and the overall trend was going up. So I had to reevaluate some things and change some things around. At the beginning of the month, it was a bit tough with this goal because I actually gained a little bit of weight. I started the month out at 165.8, and my last weigh-in for the month of March was actually last week's weigh-in, which was last Saturday, the 26th. So my final weight for the month of March was 161.2, which means I lost a total of 4.6 pounds. Even though I didn't get into the 150s, I am happy with that progress. When you get closer to your goal and you're not as large as you were in the beginning of your weight loss journey, those numbers start to slow down. 1, because you have less weight to lose, and 2, because I feel like you really can't slip up as much as you can in the beginning of your journey. Weight does tend to slow down once you get into lower numbers in your weight loss journey. That's just the way it goes. So I am happy with the 4.6 pounds, even though I didn't hit my goal of getting into the 150s, but I was pretty close. My second goal was to meal prep every week, and I did do that except for this last week. We're gonna see this final week of March in this coming week's vlog, April 6th, I believe, for the weigh-in Wednesday. I did not meal prep. I had an idea of what I was gonna do, and it didn't go so well. You guys know how important it is to me to meal prep every week, and I feel like I showed the importance of that with this last week's vlog. It just didn't go as well for me as the prior weeks where I did meal prep. I did kind of hit that goal, but the last week I didn't do it. I think 3 out of the 4 weeks is pretty darn good for getting back into the swing of things when it comes to meal prep. And my last goal was to start doing a habit tracker again and do that on Instagram, which I did do. If you follow me on Instagram, I post my trackers weekly, but I did go into the app where I edit my habit tracker and I tracked it every day. I just didn't post it every single day. So I did want to kind of go over my habits that I tracked for the month and how well I did with each habit. I tracked my workouts. I tracked the days that I stayed within my calorie range, and then I also tracked the days that I closed all 3 rings on my Apple Watch. I'm going to start with the workouts. My goal was not to work out every single day, but it was to at least work out 5 to 6 days a week. I worked out 17 out of 31 days of the month, which is about 55% of the month, and it averages out to maybe 4 or 5 workouts a week. I think it's pretty good. It's not the 5 or 6 days a week that I wanted to work out, and I did miss some STS workouts in there, but I still feel like it's pretty good progress as far as workouts go. I also tracked the days that I hit my calorie range, 1,250 to 1,450 calories a day, which I feel like has really brought me in the right direction as far as weight loss goes. I did hit my calorie range 19 out of 31 days for the month, which comes out to about 61%. So not too bad. On the weekends, I don't stay within my calorie range. 4 to 8 days that I am not within my calorie range. That also includes some slip-ups here and there where I just didn't do so well during the week. I'm not going to say it's very good, but I feel like it's a good baseline, and I can only improve and go up from there. And then finally, I tracked the days that I closed all 3 rings on my Apple Watch. If you don't have an Apple Watch, or if you're not familiar, Apple Watch has 3 rings that you can close every day. It's your move goal, how many calories you burned throughout the day, and you have like a goal that you hit that day and you close that ring. And then there's the exercise ring, which you have a goal of how many minutes you exercise every day, and once you hit that, you close that ring. And then you have your stand goal, which for me is the hardest goal because I am pretty sedentary throughout the day. I have an office job. I sit all day other than when I work out and go for walks. But the goal is to stand for at least 12 hours. Not 12 hours continuously, but you're standing at least once within that hour. I hit that goal 15 out of 31 days. That was the goal that I hit the least. That comes into about 48% of the days, which is okay, but not the greatest. There were a few days here and there where I got some big old X's on my habit tracker. Those were the days where I didn't hit any of my goals. I really do need to work on that. Again, this was kind of like a baseline month to see where I was at with all my habits and just try to improve from there. Overall, I think I did pretty good. I like to grade myself every month. So for my grade, I don't know that I would rate myself average, and I don't think that I did super well either. So I think in between there, I'd probably come in at about a B. I'm being a little generous just because I am getting that baseline and getting back into the swing of things. So now that we recapped March, I wanted to get into April. I have quite a few goals for the month of April just because, you know, we gotta just keep improving and keep challenging ourselves to do better. So my first goal for the month of April is to get to 155 pounds. If we're starting from the 161.2, that would be a total loss of 6.2 pounds, which I think is pretty doable. My next goal is to finish STS strong. I am headed right into mesocycle 3, which is the final mesocycle of STS, which if you don't know what that is, if you're new here, it's shock training system. It's a Kathy Friedrich program. It's all DVD. It's heavyweight training. The first mesocycle concentrated on endurance. The second mesocycle was hypertrophy. And now this third mesocycle is, I don't know. This third mesocycle is basically strength, the strength phase. You're really upping your weights, lifting 80 to 90%, and your reps are getting lower and your rests are getting higher. And also the leg workouts are a little different. You can choose between different types of leg workouts you want to do. I'm going to be doing the plyometric leg workouts, which are much more intense than what I've been doing, which I think is going to help me stay on track because I do prefer more challenging workouts like that kind of work on my cardio and bring my heart rate up a little more. And I also noticed that my legs tend to thin out a lot more when I get into more plyometric type workouts. But I do want to complete all the workouts. I did miss maybe 4 or 5 workouts in this last mesocycle, so I do want to concentrate on finishing strong and getting in all of those workouts. I'm again going to make a goal of meal prepping every week. That's just something that's going to continue every single month until it's a habit again. Meal prepping really helps me stay on track. It also keeps calorie counting really simple. I don't live with anyone else, so I do tend to eat a lot of the same meals throughout the week, and that just keeps, you know, the calorie counting part super simple. Going to my habit tracker, I am going to only keep track of 2 things on my habit tracker. I'm not going to keep track of closing my rings this next month. The 2 habits that I am going to concentrate on are again going to be staying within my calorie range every day, except for some days where I do let myself eat whatever, usually on Saturdays. I'm going to try to not let that go into Sundays as well. I like to get at least a 70% score on that, 21 out of 30 days. My other habit that I want to track is my workouts. I want to focus on an average of 5 workouts a week or 21 workouts out of 30 days. So again, I want to be at 70%. And then finally, this kind of goes along with meal prep, but I have it as a separate goal just because it's focusing specifically on one meal. I want to focus on keeping my breakfasts more well balanced and kind of higher in protein to keep me satisfied throughout the day. If you guys have been watching my vlogs, you know that I've been eating a lot of those Trader Joe's yogurt smoothies. They're like 130, 140 calories, and they're kind of full of sugar. They don't have a ton of protein, and they don't keep me full very long. And I feel like that kind of breakfast is what brings on the cravings and makes me hungrier later in the day, especially because I have some harder workouts in the morning sometimes with Warrior Sculpt. I think it's really important for me to focus on getting a more well-balanced breakfast in every day and focusing on adding that meal in my meal prep, not just doing lunches and dinners. Things like smoothie packs or overnight oats, things like egg muffins that are easy to just grab and eat on the go, because the less cooking I do throughout the week, the better. So yeah, I think I did pretty well. I'm not going to go over measurements today. I am going to be taking measurements at the end of April, at the end of the STS program, because I wanted to do, you know, comparison of before and after the program. I think what I'm going to do for measurements anyway, I'm going to be tracking those before and after challenges and programs. So I'm looking forward to April and finishing out STS and getting ready to go hard, because after STS, I will be doing another challenge coming up, another series on the channel. So I'm excited about that. I will really be ramping things up for summer. Hint, hint. I'm excited for what's to come. Just keep moving along on this weight loss journey, this never-ending weight loss journey, it seems. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are happy that I'm bringing back these monthly progress reports and goal setting every single month. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Let's get it.